All right, so we've got a bunch of crazy demos. I started the live stream. You guys can keep chowing on the pizza. I'm just waiting for this to stop buffering. Hopefully I timestamp this video later. That way you can just skip right to the demos because it's going to be a little bit, it's a difficult day in terms of the setup. And so get this started. And then Jules, can you maybe just keep an eye and tell me when I'm screwing up? You know what I mean? Like all stream. Let's see how heavy this is. Oh, 55-gallon drum. Now, can you still see the drum, Jules?
Yeah, you're fine.
Not my head or anything. I weigh 240 pounds, 250 sometimes, depending on. You agree this drum is pretty stout? Okay, like stiff. You agree this thing's not going anywhere. It's very it's built to last. That's just one thing. Just keep that in mind. Hopefully I don't fall. Level 1 achieved. I can't support my weight. Now what we're gonna do, put some water in here. How many centimeters? About 5? Yeah. So Angus has measured it out, so we'll have about 5 centimeters. What do you want me to do? Okay. Let's give it up for Angus, everybody. When there was an option to go with the small one, I said, nah, let's do the big one. He's like, okay, he never complains. He's just a man. That's all the real work. Got it. Yeah. Amazing how much water is needed to make 5 centimeters of depth, huh? Yeah, it's about 3.5 gallons. 3.5 gallons is what we figured out. First time we did this, we let a student do the math. Remember that, Chad? Yep. Didn't do it right. And we were on stage. Unpleasant. That's all right. Still got a beat. Yeah, no pressure, Angus. We'll unclap, like the reversible clapping mixture. Okay. So now we're going to turn this on and heat it up. Is there a special lighter over here? No. All right. So what we're doing here, is this still on camera?
Yeah.
Thanks. What we're doing here is we're heating up the water inside. It's going to take about 15 minutes for that much water to boil with this heater. Once it gets boiling really good, we're going to let it keep boiling for about 5 minutes. What's going to happen is the air inside, what up, D? The air inside will be filled with boiling hot water vapor, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to seal it. As a result, now think about this. Right now, this vessel has a hole in it right here. It's open air. What's the pressure? 1 atmosphere. When it heats up, it's still open to the atmosphere. What's the pressure when it's hot? Still 1 atmosphere. Then we seal it, and we throw it in this kiddie pool filled with ice, which is empty right now. When we throw it in the kiddie pool that's going to be filled with ice, what should happen to the temperature of the air inside?
Rapidly drops.
It's going to drop. But it's going to be sealed at that time, and a lot of the water is going to condense onto the walls of the container. The water vapor. So what should happen to the pressure inside the can after we seal it and drop it in the ice?
It becomes less than the atmosphere.
It's going to be much less than 1 atmosphere. What is atmospheric pressure in pounds per square inch? You guys don't remember from the other day? What was it? 15, 14.7, remember that? Now, what's a square inch? Not like that. We got a lot of inches here. So there's going to be 15 times all those pounds. You think that's going to be more or less than my body weight? More. More. So there's going to be a high pressure outside, low pressure inside. What direction is the force? Inwards. So let's let that roll for a bit. Related to pressure, you want to maybe, is somebody crazy and wanting to volunteer to lay on the bed of nails and get hit with a sledgehammer in their chest? Anybody? Don't worry, I'll put another bed of nails on top of you. Anyone? You want to try it? Yeah. Do you have a shirt under there?
Yeah.
Is it a good shirt?
It's pretty thin.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need, it's not, that's not, are you worried about holes getting in? I brought a backup shirt if you want. You can go in the back and change. You're good? Yeah, but you don't want to ruin that sweatshirt. Let's give him a round of applause. Jules, are we on here? Can you see the bed of nails? Do I need to adjust a little? Yes. Let me do it. Oh shoot, we got to get these. Oh, it's those gloves. Can you pull the glove table back towards Michael? Yeah. Tell you what, all right. So while that's heating up, we're on to the bed of nails. Okay. I can't believe somebody volunteered. All right. So now here's the deal. Let me maybe I'll show you. You got glasses on. So the idea is, with this, you want to stand up so you can see this. That's cool. You guys might want to see this. The idea is there's a small area on top of each nail. Do you see that? That area, if you add up all the nails, actually adds up to an area approximately equal to the size of your hand. Now, if you can imagine having to sit on something like that, you can imagine it's not going to be comfortable, but it's going to be bearable. Now, there's also surface tension arguments. This is also in the workbook. I don't remember what problem it is. Do you happen to have my workbook up there? Do you have it? Just to show you, these nails are no joke. That's an apple, a real apple. So do you agree these nails are legit? Yeah, so be careful. When you do this, you can sit on this, but you do not want to be like jumping up and down. So what we want to do is lay you down gently. And I want to make sure you understand everything so we get this done quickly. Because it's uncomfortable. Yeah. So we're going to put this one on top of you. I'm going to put this cinder block on top of that. And then we're going to smash that with the sledgehammer. Got it? So why are you going to be okay? The area, right? There's four, and then what else is happening? Some of the energy is dissipated when we smash the block. The block actually helps you out. Also, you got this. All right, let's just do it. Angus, you ready? Slowly. Yeah, lay down carefully and put your head on the towel. That's good. Lay down. Got it? Yeah, it's uncomfortable, right? Are you all right? Are you okay? Okay. Scoot up a little bit, I think. What's that? This edge. I think the curve doesn't have to be closer to this. Okay. Maybe. You want hand? You need a hand? Yeah, we can lay it down. You're doing good? All right. Ready? gonna do this quick so you can get out of there. It's scary, isn't it?
Who's doing the first?
You want to, or you want me? Let's get a little higher if we can. That covers his face from brick fragments, if I could, sir. A little higher or not? Towards me?
Yeah.
A little more towards me? Is that pretty good? You feeling all right?
Yes.
You want to give up? All right. Angus, you want to do it or you want me? You do it. All right.
I'm doing it, dude.
I'll get the brick place. Feeling pretty good?
Yes.
Give him a 3 count. Ready? It's okay to go soft. Wait, do we need a little more this way? Is that pretty good? Do this quick. Ready? Everybody. 1, 2, 3. I think you got it.
You're almost out of it now.
1, 2, 3. You made it! Yeah! Give him a round of applause. Got it?
That was cool.
Show your back. Still holding his back. That's a scary one, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
That's pretty badass. All right.
You can very good at it, like,
Yeah, it's crazy, right? It's spread out, and so I don't know. We probably could be more aggressive with the swing, but I just don't understand. If you're watching this video, the instructor up at Questa did this once and cracked his sternum. Oh, so the trick is you got to use a light sledgehammer. Oh, Luke, oh, you want to hit? Let's get a biologist in there. Let's go, Luke. Come on. You want me to give you a garbage shirt to wear?
Because I'm gonna tear my shirt.
Yeah, I got one in my hair. I got one. All right, go in the stock room and change up. It's fun to smash a biologist.
Is it normal to be nervous?
It's fucking scary. All right. So while the biologist is getting ready, maybe we'll go this. Where's my workbook here? All right, so that was the bed of nails. This is on page 147. Let me slow this up just a little. Probably.
The cord is lower than the cord.
All right. Okay, Jules, are we on?
Yeah.
I got these 2 glues. This is the next problem. You might like this one. 14.44, that will smash biologists. One of them is highly inflated, one of them is partially inflated. There's a valve between them. When I open the valve, what's going to happen? Let's see. What? What's up with that?
Valves will work.
No.
Different tensions that cover up the balloon.
Surface tension. This is a problem that we don't solve on our physics test. Notice biologists know this all the time. What is it, alveoli in the lungs and surfactant and all this crap? Yes, you got it. There you go. So if you need biology, just say a bunch of stuff and then say crap after you got it. But now think about this. Have you ever seen a balloon animal before? Have you ever seen the mouse balloon animal where there's like this and then there's a tail and there's a little bubble at the tail? Same concept, right? How are you able to get bubbles in different spots and in long sections of uninflated balloon? Well, the surface tension, read the problem if you care. All right. Yeah, now to do this, anyways, whatever. All right, let's smash a biologist for fun. Okay, Luke. You want to? Okay. I guess that means I'm smashing.
Yes.
Okay.
Or
So it's
okay. I have.
make a substitute. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Everybody should do it once. It's scary.
All right. So
Okay, here. Okay.
You're
So,
gonna direct me how I should lie down.
look. You can sit on this, and it's fine.
Okay.
It's not comfortable. And then lay down so that your neck's back there.
All right. All right. Like the Egyptians.
Whoa! You all right?
Yep.
You gotta scoot up. Do you agree those nails are hell sharp?
Oh yes.
Painful, right?
Sharp.
Is that about right or a little more?
A
1 inch?
little more, I think.
Ready?
All mine.
You're good. Let's do this quick.
Is it normally scared?
It's super scary. The first time I
Wait a
did it.
second, am I taking this away from your students?
No, somebody just did it. Yeah, nice try, Luke. Up close to his face. We have safeties for his eyes.
Yeah. Am I still gonna be able to have children?
Probably.
He's got him now.
That close to- Let's get the smaller safeties. Just leave them there. Go right under there. Let's do these. Let's hurry it up. Here, give these. Lower profile. All right. All right. Should we do it? Let's do the brag. The brag. We got 2 more bricks back. Oh, you do? All right, let's do the fresh. One place. All right, got it.
What are we demonstrating here?
Pressure is force over area. So the idea is we're spreading out the force over all those. Wait, I don't like this. His nose. His nose.
I'll look to the side.
Yeah, look to the side. Cool. Let's do it. Come on. Ready, everybody? 1, 2. Oh, wait. Okay, now let's do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. He's taking it easy on you.
I don't want to kill biology.
I know. I'm a shy student. Yeah, faculty. 1, 2, 3, go. Intense, isn't it?
So,
Yeah. Right?
hold on. So we got distributed over all the nails.
Most of them, yeah. And the cinder block actually breaks up the impact. Oh, look. What do we got in this can over here? Jules, is that still on?
No, not really.
Okay, let me fix the camera.
Got air in there.
Pretty fun day. Oh, there's pizza right there. Get some pizza.
Um,
If you do a demo, you get a slice. Oh, I should have told
Johnny,
you.
would you like my slice of pizza?
You get, there's more than enough. Take it.
You sure?
Each have a couple.
You're an athlete, man.
Well, I know, I still need to make, I still need to make for that, it's like grandiose.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, there's pizza there.
Yeah,
So-
If you want to take this course.
Well, it's a, one of the.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of work. Ask these guys. Is this class easy or is it a lot of work? Where's it
Pain,
home?
but it's later.
Tough?
Pain.
There you go. This class is pain. Angus, you ready for the, Isn't that intense?
Yeah.
You want to switch first while I wait for Angus? Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? You can see how sharp that was. It's crazy, right? This is a rusty apple. It sounds like a cocktail. All right. Let me see if I can keep this thing rolling. Sure. Absolutely. Do not do this at home. Yeah, this is the first time this was made. It's actually the upper bed of nails helps too because it's got a lot of inertia, so it's not going to accelerate much, which makes it less likely to puncture your leg. But
Who was the first?
I did it first,
You did it first.
and students made it.
Ooh.
I was scared. Yeah, they came, and I let the students swing the sledge. That was a mistake. They hit it hard.
Did you update your life insurance policy?
I had no kids. I had no girlfriend. It was fine. I gave my life for science and lived. All right, let's do this one. Let's do this. What do we got here? Wait for Angus while I still blow. My bucket. Oh, they're right here. Let me get my remote. Here's a weird one. This is, I want to talk a little bit about airflows. geez, sorry. I've never filmed this video today.
Are we gonna crunch this?
Yeah. We'll do that. Whoops, wrong way. Just give me a sec.
You guys seen that before?
All right. Tell you what, can you hook me up and let's roll these tables out of here too?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes. Of course. It's not as tough. Not as tough as it can.
Hopefully I remember all this. I gotta see these 2 buckets.
Oh, wow.
That's all right. Good enough? All right. See. Need a laptop. Okay. And then where's my, I'm just gonna kind of zoom in on this. Whoops. All right, so I've got 2 buckets here.
That's
And I've got a aquarium pump right here, right? Check this out. Whoa. I'm gonna dump this into this water. The idea is that hopefully I hit the tank. All right. In addition, I have some spoons. I'm going to take this spoon and gently hang it, and I'm going to put it into the water stream. What should happen to the spoon? When I put the spoon in the water stream, what's going to happen to it? Is it going to be pushed away from the water stream or pulled into it?
Away.
Let's take a look. You agree I'm not trying to put any forces horizontally on the spoon?
Well, the velocity of that water is faster than the velocity of the air on the other side. Bernoulli's principle? No?
So this is why you got to be careful with fluid. Moving fluids, usually I could prove this to you that you're wrong.
Okay.
Now, I'll show, that's what that's for over there. This is actually an effect known as the Kawanda effect.
Oh.
And so what's happening is the water adheres to the surface through some kind of combination of surface tension and drag, etc. And as a result, there's a force this way. The net effect of the spoon is to push the water outwards. Look at it. Watch the water carefully. You agree the water gets pushed outwards? By Newton's third law, there's a force the other way. It's a common misconception that this is, you have differential pressure. But keep in mind, there's atmospheric pressure all the way around this. This stream is an atmospheric pressure. Right? Because this is not in a closed system. If we were in a closed system like a pipe, you'd be right. Right? Same thing through here. And this is sort of like the concept behind lift, right? What a plane tries to do is be a wing like this and curve air downwards. Pretty complicated, but let me show you what I was talking about with Luke here. Actually, Luke, you want to plug this in for me? Are you on camera detail?
Yeah.
Oh, what's 7? Come on, 7. There we go. All right. And what I have here is a pressure gauge. That's what this doohickey is. Are we on screen?
Yeah. Oh.
Is that on screen too?
Mhm.
We good?
No, or that's charging away.
Good
Now
job?
that should be good.
Now, it's a very sensitive pressure gauge, it turns out. Water is very sensitive to pressure change. We better do this soon, eh?
Yeah.
All right, so to make a pressure gauge, I've got this drawn out for you on page, probably the next page, 148. Look at page 148. The idea here, we just saw that if you have a curved surface, the air is going to flow over the top of it. So if I don't have this stopper here, the air is going to curve, and that's going to change the pressure readings. So if you want to get accurate pressure readings,
The trick is to have a large flat face so that the air can't be curving over. This piece of tinsel is designed to verify which direction the air is flowing to make sure we're measuring the airflow parallel to the face. Now keep in mind, if I just put this right in the airstream like that, I would be measuring stagnation pressure, the pressure required to stop the moving fluid plus the static pressure. What we're trying to measure is static pressure. So we need this to be parallel, so I'm only getting the component of pressure perpendicular to the airflow, which is static. Now just to show you, this is pretty sensitive, right? Did you see that? So that's reading stagnation. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on this blower, and then I'm going to get this aligned so that the tinsel's going in the right direction. And I want you to watch the pressure gauge carefully. We're going to have a lot of moving airflow. What do you think should happen to the pressure? We have higher speed. What did Luke just say? If you have fluid moving at speed, what usually happens to the pressure in the problems we discussed? Usually it drops. However, that was for problems in pipes, in closed systems. In this situation, let's watch. No shade. Now we go this way. Shade. No shade. The idea here is this. There's mechanical work being done to speed this up. So in this case, energy is being driven in by the electrical outlet. And that increases the speed without decreasing the pressure. So it's not like we're getting something for free. The blower does work. We're still at atmospheric pressure inside the airstream, even though it's at speed. Got it? And then here's a fun one too. Problem is this. Hey, at least you're getting free pizza. Give up on this math too.
That setup.
What's that?
We use that in biology also.
Yeah. Yeah, we can go over it.
Yeah.
All right. So fluids are tricky. Oh, so you've probably seen this one. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to speak loudly just in case. Now watch this. I can angle the airstream. Why doesn't the ball fall down? Kawanda, the airstream goes over the top of the ball. And it's bent downwards, so there's a lift force. Now, remember we just talked about the pressure in the airstream, right? Now what's interesting, what way is the ball going to go when I turn off the blower? Watch carefully. Into the blower. Sorry about that. I had the blower on. But yeah, so in this case, the dynamic pressure was pushing it up, and the Kawanda effect was giving the restoring force to keep it from flying out of the airstream. Because it's fun, we can Kawanda this toilet paper and see what happens. So what's going to happen when I turn this blower on? We're going to have a moving airstream that gets bent down over the curvature. What's going to happen to the toilet paper? I have no idea. Got it? Excellent. I didn't realize we were putting you to work here.
I would have it no other way.
Watch out for your stuff. Hey! I can get all of you with one shot. All right, that's pretty good. You get the idea. We'll deal with that later. I figured, why not have toilet paper all over the room before we make a giant mess with water? All right, you can figure that out later. We're ready to do this one, Angus?
I think so, yeah.
Should I turn the heat off?
Yeah.
It's gonna be hella hot. We got gloves. Now we gotta seal this, and we gotta seal it well. Where's that wrench? There it is. So we got the right wrench for real.
Yeah, I found the pliers are actually.
Okay, you got it?
Well, I don't know. Try that one.
All right, who knows? Probably with the heat, right?
It's the small ones.
We need a good seal, right?
Yep.
First time we did this one for the science shows was on live TV. Let's get it in there. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Gentle. All right. I like to give it a spin. Oh shit, is the TV on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Isn't that cool? That was quick. You remember that thing was holding me up earlier, right? This is 250 pounds of glory with these heavy boots on here. It's pretty crazy. They'll keep creeping for a few hours here. Isn't that insane? So, anytime you get a partial vacuum inside of something with a large area, watch out. Maybe you've seen instances where they're cleaning out railway cars that are tanks and stuff, and you get this pressure differential. This is what's going to happen. All right, here's a fun one. It's like all this semester of pain in this one day. It's all you get, right? So what is this object? A leaf blower. What does it do? Blow or suck? Blow. Well, this one is going to blow. All right. So can I get somebody to just put their verify that this is blowing, please? Really quick, just stick your hand under there. Ready? It's loud. Got it? You agree it's blowing? Yep. Now what I want to do, oh, here you go, Mike. I want you to take this object, I want you to push it up into the downward blowing airstream. And before he does that,
The side's cut out.
oh yeah, go to that side, sorry. Are we on camera?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen when he puts this light piece of cardboard into a severely downward blowing airstream? Let's see what happens. It really got up there? What's going on? What's the pressure in this airstream? 1 atmosphere. We just talked about this. The mechanical energy is it's high velocity though, right? When he puts this constriction on there, we have a pipe. The pipe is essentially right here at atmospheric pressure and velocity, but then it gets narrowed to this tiny, whoops. Right? Can I get that flexing? Yeah. The idea is there's a tiny gap between the plexi right here and the cardboard. And so that is like putting your thumb over the end of a hose. It speeds up the air, and that's a closed system. So in this case, you do get the pressure drop between the cardboard and this piece of plastic. Does that make sense? That's a pipe that gets hella narrow. It gets that narrow, right? Does that make sense? It's pretty trippy though. Let's get that perfume bottle out. You have that? Yeah. All right, let's give Michael another round of applause here. Maybe you've seen a perfume bottle like this. Do we have a blower? It's a tough day. Let's give it up for Angus again. All right. So now we've got the same idea. We've got a blower. Now in this case, there's a small constriction right here. What's going to happen to the pressure right there? Okay, let's remember, right after the air leaves, we're at we're at atmospheric pressure, but we're also at velocity. Then there's a constriction right here. When there's a constriction, what happens to the speed and the pressure? In a closed system, this pipe is closed.
Speed increases, pressure decreases.
Speed goes up, pressure drops. What should happen to the fluid? There's a little bit coming out. Do you see it? Oh yeah, I'm ready to take that. Okay. We probably needed a little more head on that. That's all right. But so, all right, you get the basic idea here. Did you see a little bit of the fluid drawn up? So this is so what I'm trying to get at here is you got to be careful with pressure. It's the most confusing stuff in all of this class. When you have a blower and it does mechanical work, you can have fluid at speed, but it's an open system and it's at atmospheric pressure. But then we see various examples where there's a closed system. So if you're trying to understand this on the internet or from another physics teacher, just watch out for that crap. Is that enough on that? All right, all right. What else? What else we got? We got hands felt like two balloons. We did that. Oh, yeah, let's do Magnus Effect this and then the weird thing you call it a day. Look at this. I got these two light bulbs. Am I on screen?
Yeah.
What's going to happen when I blow on these light bulbs? I'm going to blow this way, right through the gap. What's going to happen? Oh, are they? Kawanda. Kawanda. Agreed? Did you hear that? So now I think this is a great one to remember this. When you blow, there's a high dynamic pressure in this direction, but then right here, there's curvature. The fluid will adhere to the surface and be curved and deflected. Therefore, by Newton's third law, they come together, right? So that's it. It's super counterintuitive. An interesting note that kind of relates to all these demos. Am I on screen right here? My face too?
Yeah.
Okay. When you blow on your hand like this, it feels cool, right? When you go like this, it feels hot. Why is that? How does it relate to this can? I like to think about it this way. When you constrict your mouth and blow this way, it causes the air to expand rapidly, and there's going to be a cooling effect with that. So this was something that I had to, this is a little tricky with the blowers, right? If you go far enough in the airstream and it's diverging enough, you might register some pressure differentials or some temperature drops. And then when you go like this, it feels warm because you're not getting that volume expansion. The air was not forced through constriction and re-expanding. I don't know if you care about that, but that's kind of cool. All right, should we do this? Wait, what's next? Oh, this one, this one. All right, we got a remote there. We're looking at Magnus Effect. Thanks, fellas. Go 8. And this is on page. Yeah, I think you saw this one, but yeah, did you? Oh, yeah, I think you've seen the rest. Oh, the big one. All right, yeah. Oh, here's the fun one too. If you're really bored, this is the same idea. You can do that blower with this, right? If I blow really hard, what's going to happen to those ping balls? If I blow really hard on this ping pong ball in this funnel, what should happen? It's pushed up. There's no sucking in physics, except your grades. My favorite joke. But yeah, right? There's going to be a constriction, so the air is forced around the edges of the ball. So it's right. This is a closed system until the air gets to the other side of the ball. So you have standard pressure here, lower pressure here because the air is forced through the constriction between the ball and the funnel. All right, here we go. I've got this ramp here looking like this. Are we on screen?
Yeah.
And this is Magnus Effect at some page in your workbook. I'm going to roll this down the ramp. What's going to happen to this white cylinder of PVC pipe that's filled with water, just so it's more dense than water here? What's going to happen to it when it hits the water? Which way is it going to go when I roll it down the ramp? Is it going to go to that side or this side? This side. Let's find out. You see it roll backwards or swim backwards? Oh, yeah. The idea here is a rotating object affects the speeds of the airflow on either side of the object. This is the Magnus Effect. What page are we on? What page are we on?
149.
Oh, thank you. 149. So if you want to look at 149, I've got a little picture in there. But there's a fun version of this one. I forgot which way this went. Are you wanting to try this one? This one has no violence involved with death. Okay, all right. I got you. An interesting property is you can take any cylinder like this. I think it's this way. I hope so. I'm pretty tired, so I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull on it with a meter stick.
Can you change the camera?
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Next to it. And then I guess I should zoom way out for this one. All right. We'll get Farida right there, front and center in the camera. You're welcome. All right. So the idea with this is you could take a cylinder, and all I did was I took some 2-inch tape and bent it over to make basically a strap. And then when you take this object, you can whip it as hard as you can. And what's going to happen is, as you whip it, the string will unravel, and the cylinder will get rotation on it. Now, if I do this the right way, it should lift off the ground and start levitating up, or, well, floating up due to this Magnus effect. And if I do it the wrong way, it's just going to roll across the ground and be a really boring demo. Let's just see if I do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and I got a student. That's a good one. Isn't that cool? Yeah, very good, very good. Let's give him a round of applause for blocking it. What else we got? Is that it? Yeah. This one? Should I just go for it right here?
Do it over the tank.
Are we on the tank?
Yeah.
I'll find a way to get him. Let's get his homework and put it under this. Are you feeling brave? What was it, 7 or 8? 8. Okay.
163 is all about electricity, right?
And math.
So you can probably just shock it.
Yeah. I'll you want to get the Tesla coil out? It's only 3-foot sparks, probably 2. 2-foot bolts of lightning. Okay. I'll do that after we stop the video because it actually destroys it shorts out the Zoom camera. We discovered this last semester. You'll see when you try to watch the stupid videos I made. Oh yeah, here we are. All right. Fluid. Cheesecloth. You agree? Cheesecloth is just a mesh screen. Nothing up my sleeve. All right. Fingers crossed. This is the tough one. Do you usually do it with a something and then unsomething it?
It works better if the cheesecloth is wet. It's liable to work a second try. Oh, there you go. Ingenuity.
Oh, it didn't work very well. Let's try it again.
Let's try the for sure one.
This one?
Yeah.
Look at that. This is just cheesecloth, right? The idea, let's see if we can do this one again now that it's really soaked. We got a picture?
You want to steal it out of here?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna pour it in though. Oh, I like to show them that it pours in.
Oh, okay,
See what I'm saying? Yeah, you get that set up. I'll get this. Actually, you do this. Get it. Sorry about it. My bad. You know how it is on this day. So this is a fun one. I ruined somebody's homework with this once. It's cool. Basically just like this. I had it set up and working in the lab, and then I think we let it dry out, and then it stopped working. I'm like, this is totally gonna work. Put your homework under here. And I just dumped it, and it just went all over.
The guy with the tie here.
What's that? Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, demo day.
You know this person?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, you know what kind of day this is. Hold on, let me do this one. I think, is this the last one? Is that what we
I
said?
think it is, yeah.
It's gonna be. All right, here we go. Do you agree the water flows in nice and easy? And then hopefully this will work. There we go. Do you agree it stays in there? Good. All right, let's stop this too. Oh my gosh. Actually, we have a guest speaker today. Jenny Chow. You want to come up and talk? The classroom's in perfect order. Or we got pizza. Would you rather have pizza?
Yeah, that's what I do.
All right. I'm going to stop this. All right.